Morning, folks. Welcome back to the headquarters, where I am just after finishing up some lead generation. Well, first I'll just lay out what's happening today. So I have done my lead gen already. Found a big batch of businesses that went well. Now flowing smoothly into the calls, which I am currently underway. I'm just getting this recorded quick. Then I have a little meeting in town. And after that, I have sparring. But I have an hour in between now and sparring, or then and sparring. And what I'm prepping myself for right now is buying every baked good I want in O'Brien's Bakery by Bandon Road. And that's going to basically be my carbs for the day. And then in the evening I'm going to have my turkey. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm consuming little to no calories. I've consumed maybe 60 calories of oat milk this morning with my coffee. Other than that, nothing. And that's intentional. So I'm going to have one thing of turkey mince in the evening. But other than that, all my calories are going to essentially come from this Bandon Road feast, which, in fairness, I'm not even craving it at the moment, but because it's been on my mind a lot, I'm going to have it. And I'm having it before sparring, so I can use those carbs in sparring. Might even go to the gym beforehand. I'll see how much time I have to play around with. Chances are I actually won't have a lot of time to play around with in terms of gym. But yeah, that's the gist for today. I might try get 20k steps and do a long ass walk this evening, but I'm going to power through these calls right now. Myself, looking all fresh in my little sales t-shirt and stuff, and written out a bunch of things. Been a very productive morning so far. Lead gen done, onto calls, onto my meeting in town, onto Bandon Road, onto sparring, or onto gym, onto sparring, and then maybe a walk in the evening, or we'll see how the evening pans out. And yeah, I'm quite hungry at the moment, but not that hungry. It's very easy to fast until the afternoon, and yeah, it won't be till about 3 o'clock till I start, till I get this food in me. So I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, that's the plan for today, and we'll see if it's worth it. This is a big question. I've never been able to eat. Actually, I have, but it's been a while. I weighed in at 81 on the dot this morning. Yesterday I was up. I was 82.4 yesterday morning, which kind of blew me away. But yeah, that's all. So I'm going to tuck back into the calls now. Try to keep you guys updated with as much as possible during the day, and chat to you folks later on. Right, people, a meeting booked. I just realised I'm building my skills as a setter right now. Like, I'm self-teaching myself how to be a setter. But anyways, that's just a bit of waffle. It is currently almost 12:30. I'm thinking I have my meeting at 2. That'll probably be 2 to 3. Then I have open mat at 4. So, and I don't want to have my carbs too close to my workout either. So I'm thinking maybe I have it before, which is more instant gratification, but at the same time, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? So I'll power through 5 more calls before I head, just in case, because I don't want to be leaving just after I set one. I'm gonna power through. I could be on a roll right now, so I'm gonna power through a couple more calls, and then I'll talk to you guys when I'm on the road. You know how I just said I felt like I was on a roll in case I was on a roll? Next call, I've also just booked a meeting. Like, what's going on? What's going on? That's 2 in a row. That might be the first time ever. That's crazy. That's crazy. Right, people. We are on our way into town now.
first Bannon Road, then my meeting, and then gym, then open mat, then home. And so far today's gone very well. Lead generation, very well. Fasted lead gen. Calls, very well. And it now drives momentum into the rest of the day. Now, if I hadn't had this meeting at 2, I probably would have stayed at home, just tried to force myself mentally to stay in the game and not quit when I get rewarded with a scheduled meeting. And I say reward, like obviously I got myself the scheduled meeting, it wasn't handed to me. Like you really actually, like nothing's handed to you on calls. Nothing. You have to get everything. Those 2 people I called were warm. Well, not warm, but there were people I called before that I knew were interested, but I bottled it because I was very bad. And I've gotten better over time, obviously, and I looked and I was scrolling back up on my long list of leads, and I saw, like, I had them color coded, I had a bit of context, still not, like, it was much worse than how I do it now. But I was like, and I faintly remembered some of them, thinking, I was like, oh, jeez, if me now called them, I'd get them on a call. And I was like, okay, let's call them. And I called them. And it was the exact same scenario as I was in a month ago, except this time I had better prepared. I was more specific, I had a better offer, I took more initiative, I knew exactly the steps. Back then I was hoping I was kind of leaving it up to them to do it for me, which they won't do. On calls that never happens, which is why there's one clip I think maybe I have, or maybe I edited it out because it just doesn't look great, but whenever someone asks me and is adamant I send them in on email, it's basically pointless. They'll never take the initiative and email you back. They won't. It's more work for them. They won't do that. And half of them say they do. Half of them say they'll get back to you, so they will not ever. 100% success rate people not doing that. So in the past I'd think, oh, it's a maybe, you know, they never do. So now I just see it as it is. That's one thing you can only learn with experience. So I always try to drive them. Actually, like the lady in the second call was like, oh, I'll come back to you. She won't. So we have to find out, is it yes or no? Always. And the quicker you get to the answer, the quicker you can move on, because for so long I had these, in the very beginning I just had these lingering yeses, which weren't actually lingering yeses. They were pretty much uninterested people trying to be nice. Don't try get your hope, because you're just going to be fooling yourself. You're not going to get the deal. They're not going to hand you the money you're going to ask for. Like, there's no point. You're just fooling yourself. It's the rawest form of fooling yourself there is, because you can tell yourself, oh, they're interested. You can tell it, but is there money in your pocket? No. And that's what hurts the most. Yes, they're interested. Yes, they're interested. Yes, they hopped on the call. Or yes, they want your email. But have they paid you? No. Calls are one of the best things for that. It's in a lot of ways the same thing as competing interviews to instant feedback. And the same thing with the masterminds. You think you're this real special hustler and works 10 times harder than everyone else, and then you're in a room full of 300 people that are all working as hard or harder than you, doing better than you. Oh my days, people. Oh my days. I think we'll show. So starting off, cookie. That's insane. I didn't even know they did these, but you guys know me and cinnamon. What's next? Comes a surprise. Almost a surprise. Oh, this is what I've been staring at for ages. The apple and custard. Oh my day. Look how dense that is. Yeah, you think that's fluffy? No, that's dense. Not much apple. Oh my days. This will be one of my favorites here. Look at this. Holy fuck. Look at it. Good thing I brought my jumper. And good thing I'm wearing a black t-shirt. And good thing I have like 3 or 4 t-shirts in this car. I should just spend a solid 2.5 hours today on open map to give myself the best chance of burning this off. But it would just be a shame to not know what a pump, especially with back and biceps coming up. I have to finish off a bit of back and do mostly biceps. It'd be a shame. I feel like my veins are gonna be an inch thick. Yeah, this is one of the best things. I'm so glad to know that what I'm choosing is the best stuff. This is the best so far. I think I brought the water up. Oh, I did. Thank you. So I feel like water is more essential than Monster right now. What's that? Oh yeah, this is definitely the hell bag. Peanut butter cup. Like, come on. It's so dense. I've been staring at this for ages. And stare at the peanut butter jar at home for ages. Now I get to try it. At this stage, if I didn't have water, this would be torture. And the final stretch. It's funny I'm phrasing it that way. I deeply miss my lunch. Actually, this just makes me hate food. In the beginning, this would be giving me everything I want. Thick, intense, rich. Now it's everything I don't want. That said, we're on to our last item. Bang. The last item. This is nice. Still, I much rather throw it out the window. The worst thing, probably the apple and custard, which has kind of broken my heart. The apple and custard is such a nice flavour profile for me. But yeah, that's it. Bag emptied. And the result is pain. It actually blows my mind how you can go from wanting to eat something so bad to hating it more than anything in the world in the span of 15 minutes. Ugh. This just left me in misery. That said, it can hopefully be used as a tool to keep me away from that fucking bakery, because that bakery's just been on my mind for the last week. First started off with the stuffed cookie, then I saw there was a Biscoff cookie and I didn't get that, and then that Biscoff cookie was been on my mind. I was like, fuck it. Someday I'm going to buy every single thing I want from that bakery. It changes a bit, so some of the stuff I wanted wasn't there, but after realising I've eaten enough stuff that I thought I'd love, and just a lack of satisfaction, matter of fact, after you eat enough of them, the opposite starts to happen. Lack of satisfaction is something I think, hopefully, if I can just remember this. And I also hope I don't feel this way in 2 hours' time when I want to get the most glorious pump known to mankind. Anyways, I'll catch up with you guys after my meeting, and where we'll be going to the gym and then open mat. Talk to you guys. Meeting done. Let's throw these back into the car and then pump and dump. Right, ladies, just outside the gym. Just out the gym. On the way to sparring now. It is so handy having it only 10 minutes away. Add in maybe another 5 minutes from rush hour traffic. But it's Cork rush hour traffic. I feel like when I move out to, the bigger cities, Hong Kong would be a cool city. Hong Kong's just a cool city to travel to, or just to live in. Hong Kong. Big boss city. But anyways, yeah, Cork traffic isn't really too bad for the most part. This is as bad as it gets in Wilton. But yeah, only adds about 5 minutes to my journey, which more time for all these carbs to digest. Still had an amazing pump in the gym, in fairness. Didn't crash or fatigue or whatever, so it was timed quite well. Maybe an extra hour would have been nice, but on the way to open mat now to hopefully burn as much of it off as possible. I'm arriving usually at the time I usually arrive to. It starts at 4, I arrive usually at 4:45-ish, between sometimes earlier, sometimes later. And it's Wednesday. Wednesday one is usually a good crowd at a Wednesday one, in fairness. Wednesday's usually quite a busy one. Sunday's always the quietest. Yeah, I know Wednesday actually I should get a good burn off it, which I need. Hopefully I don't get the worst stitch ever. I also have a sore hip from last sparring session on Sunday. Basically just fell on the same side twice in like the space of 30 seconds, and woke up next morning, and yeah, so trying to tread lightly, but at the same time I haven't really given myself that choice, seeing as I'm a bit behind on the burning calories. I'm so curious of what I've eaten. In fairness, if I've eaten anything below 3,500, I can recover fairly easily. If I don't gain weight at all tomorrow, I'm going to be gobsmacked. The amount of water I'm going to be storing, like. Yeah, great pump. A nice old arm day. Wasn't that strong though. In fairness, I did hit back yesterday and was just finishing it off today, so it's a bit sore. I did really well yesterday on back day, so I guess I can't really expect to have had the greatest of workouts today. Just, it's an awkward one, like the day after you're hitting the same muscle 2 days in a row. It's kind of like, what the fuck you doing? But I'm not going to half complete it. I'm not half complete a workout. So, and also it's too soon to start chest again, so I might as well break it into 2, if that makes sense. Need to give the beard now a trim. It's getting a little frizzy. It turns out, guys, that my mastermind is on Friday. I'm going to have to kick myself up the ass and network again. Fucking love networking. Yeah, a good chance to meet people. Maybe some familiar faces, maybe some new faces. Probably some new faces, probably some familiar faces. But as of now, we're sparring. And after sparring, when my mind goes to a really nice place, I'm going to figure out what to do with my evening. I'm going to probably try power into work, even though I never do that after sparring because I'm so bad at working after sparring. You're so tired, you're so drained. It's like going on your phone. You're just in a perma relaxation mode. But not today. Today will be different. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys after sparring. Let you know how it goes. Just pulling in now, lads. Finished up training. Didn't have an overly tough open mat. Could have definitely made it tougher, but I was kind of also conscious of injury. Might go for a walk. It's gone raining, but might go for a walk. We'll see. Right, people. Just signing off quickly. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. Just getting my steps up. And it's a bit later than usual. Usually I finish up late, it's about 10, but thought I'd jump the gun and get my steps up because, you know, not working this week, so not getting my steps as high as usual. I was trying to make up for it on these late night walks. I'd usually be on my phone anyway, till about 11. So figured can't really use the excuse of it being too late. Actually, I'll go down the hill towards the village, see if there's any shops open, might get myself a sugar-free drink. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys in the next one, where I will try to get some footage of the mastermind. Talk to you guys. Thanks for watching. So it's the next morning, and I'm down a kilo. That's insane. That's the new daily diet, so